As that sails over the end line. They go play action here on first down. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there right off the bat, and even 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet and then taken down right at the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And that'll be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the 1st down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. Now it's Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. A first carry for the rookie, Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, You've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Second down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, that was better than the first go-around when he lost yardage, but still nothing there, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Tough spot here.
Put it mildly. Sometimes I wonder if some of that old-school football should come back into play. You know what I would think here? Quick kick. Try and change field position, help out your team.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Handoff comes to Chubb. Pushes him over. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This is Chubb. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
And now out comes Houston. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
On first down, Watson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll find the rookie from LSU, DJ Shark, and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. First target, first catch, and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here's Watson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Watson now to throw. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete here. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back to throw, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Brandon, sometimes we give a lot of these running backs credit for being good receivers and all they catch are swings and screens. Le'Veon Bell's a full member of the passing game for the Pittsburgh Steelers, whether he's split out of the backfield or not.
Oh, no doubt he can catch it, coming off a career-high 85 receptions in 2017. Now Bell, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Le'Veon Bell, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans are in for 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Being checked, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Reggie Ragland coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Now Mayfield. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DJ Reader in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And the win last week, punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the press. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi. He's the one who finally gets him down for what will wind up being a loss of 16 yards. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. From the gun, here's Watson. Throw left side complete to QT. And out across midfield down to the 45. A very solid gain of 27. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On first and 10, Watson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. To throw, Mayfield. And an alley to run. Got some room at the 30. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
And another example of why Baker Mayfield went number 1 in the draft. His ability to confound defensive coordinators. They played him for the pass. They covered it well. He takes off with his legs and scrambles for a big gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Brashad Perriman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Larry Ogunjobi. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. In there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Two-jet! Richmond! Come back!
The final shot before the break, Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They run it again with Chubb. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Gets around him. Into the secondary again. And now running right through it. 34 yards there and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, if you bring your tight end over there. Either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to run them.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. Bulldozes past him, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Detroit!
They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. After the run, Watson going to throw. And an alley to run. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Watson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Watson now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
To throw on second is Watson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Operating from the gun, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December,
giving.
Right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And again, it's Chubb. And an alley to run. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
A run for Nick Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Mayfield to throw it this time. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's Watson now on second down. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Watson now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Watson operating from the gun. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Chubb will get the call running left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First target, first catch at a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. Now this time he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the... And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for the rookie Baker Mayfield. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point safely through, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Black 22! Black 22!
A shotgun snap for Watson. Now he's going to go deep down the left. It's caught inside the 25. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. 49 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2.
Reset. Richmond. Come back.
Again, it's Watson. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
2nd down, Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for the Browns. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, Mayfield shakes off the sand, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. DJ Reader in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson on first down. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. Dancing to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Watson off play action. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big 30-yard play on third. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. They go play action here on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing at the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And an alley to run. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 88 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And now out comes Houston. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they could look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Cleveland, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.